What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Forgot to make an intro for this one, but basically what ended up happening was I did go ahead and bid on a truck, and I got this one. It's a Chevy Colorado 2018 with only 9,000 miles on it, so it's basically a brand new truck. I looked up the Carfax and it looked like it was first registered in August of last year, so it's basically less than a year old. Other than that, as far as the damage goes, the front ends are already taken apart. It looked like it was at a body shop or something. They already took most of the parts apart, and they're sitting in the bed of the truck. But all of the damage was to the lower part of the bumper. So it was basically this crossbar at the bottom right here, and then obviously the main bumper bracket that was right there that was damaged. Other than that, we should be able to screw everything back in, and I'm probably going to end up ordering a new one, and these ones do weld in right here, so I'll just break the welds and we'll probably try to weld it together. I've never really welded anything, but it doesn't look like it's too bad. Just a little bit of welding and we should be good to go. So for now, before I start doing anything else, I'll go ahead and throw a little time lapse of me going to Reno and picking it up. Alright guys, so now that the time lapse is over, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to be taking stuff out of the bed of the truck, and we're going to be test fitting it on to see kind of what's damaged and what's not. Most of the parts do seem to be in okay shape, you know, nothing wrong with them. But the parts that I think are going to be damaged, I kind of already did order, but hopefully I don't need to order anything else. So we'll go ahead and test fit most of the parts back on. Check this out. So I did go ahead and put all the parts that were sitting in the bed of the truck on. So both of the headlights are on, the grille's on, and the front bumper's on, and the automated grille shutters are on as well. So I did go ahead and test all of them. So the headlights work, the grille shutters work, all the check engine lights and lights on the inside are gone now. The check engine light was for the ambient sensor, which wasn't plugged in because it's part of the automatic grille shutter thing. Once I plugged it in, the code went away. So we should be good to go then, and all the parts are actually in perfect shape. There's nothing wrong with the headlights right here. I did turn them on, they turn on, the automatic shutters also turn on, and here's the other side, and the bumper obviously is in pretty good shape as well. The only thing I noticed with the bumper is this little guy. So there's a little crack on here. I'll be able to weld it together and it should be good to go, and I'll touch it up right there. Other than that, the only thing that we have left is obviously the bottom skirt, is I think what they call it, skid plate or something like that. And I did go ahead and order the cross member in the front, so we'll be able to get a new one, and we'll just break the welds right here and put the new one on, and we'll try to weld it on for the first time. And we'll also be able to straighten these little supporting bar. It looks like this part just bent in a little bit. So once we straighten that out, I did order a new impact bar as well, so we'll screw that on. And after that, we should be good to go. So this should be a pretty short project, since I don't have to take it to the CHP or anything like that. Since it's a clean title vehicle, I don't have to worry about any of that. This is actually 3 days later. So what ended up happening was I ordered all the parts, but some of them came in, and a few of the parts were back ordered. So things like the cross member in the front was on back order, so they'll probably be getting here sometime next week. But what we'll go ahead and do right now is put the front skid skirt, I think that's what they call it, on, and we'll try to go ahead and fix this crack right here. So let's get to it and open up these boxes. So this is the part that goes at the bottom of the bumper. So once we put it on, we should be able to support the bumper, that way it doesn't fold over when I take it off. Alright, so as you guys can see, that's the crack right there. And we should be able to just put it back together. Alright, so now that it's fully on, flip it over this way. Alright, so to fix this crack right here, what we're going to do is drill a hole at the very end. That kind of releases the stress that's on here. And then we'll be able to kind of pull this together a little bit. That way it connects back up to how it used to be. And we'll be able to fill this crack right here. So as you guys can see, I kind of drilled it out. That kind of releases the tension so it doesn't tear up anymore. It's just going to stop right there. So now that we have it to where it's, as you guys can see, it's almost closed. What I'm going to end up doing is sanding it on this side and on the other one. And then I'm going to show you what I use to close it up. Alright, so after this part is cleaned and dry, what you want to do is get yourself something like this. It's a JB Weld plastic bonder. It kind of works on any body part. So what we're going to do is it's a 2-part epoxy. We'll stir it together and we're going to put it on the back side. And we're going to fill it through this hole as well. And then I'll clamp it down with something so it doesn't move for about 15 minutes. And after about half an hour, it should be good to dry sand as well. Alright guys, so here's what it looks like. It's been sitting for about 20 minutes now, and it looks pretty good. It does say to let it sit for about 30 minutes, but I think I'm gonna let it sit overnight, and I'll come back to it tomorrow, and that's when I'll go ahead and sand this down, and we'll go ahead and see if I can find the paint code for it. I've been having trouble finding the paint code for the truck, and I'll go ahead and get the paint, and we'll try to paint it, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow then. What's up guys, this is the next day. So the repair that we did has fully dried and cured now, so this whole thing is back into one piece. And what I'm gonna do is go ahead and sand this flat with the rest of the bumper and this whole thing. And I did go ahead and pick up the paint as well, which probably not gonna paint it today, but just to kind of let you guys know, there is some paint cracking going on here, which I'm gonna end up probably repainting to about here and about this far on this side. And the rest of the bumper looks good, so I'm just gonna need to buff out the bumper and it should be good. Alright, so as you guys can see, it's all perfectly flat and all the body lines are back in here as well. So all we gotta do is go ahead and sand probably up to here and about here, and we'll go ahead and throw primer and paint on here the next time we come back. But for now, that's gonna be it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe.